Hey guys, 27 Timmy here. I'm coming with you. I'm coming to you with a video today about dyeing discs. I'm going to show you guys everything you have to do, everything you need to dye discs. What do you mean dye discs, 27 Timma? Custom make your own discs, guys. You get to pick your pattern, so it's not completely random. You get to customize the colors. Pretty sweet nuke, I guess, symbol. And my famous flare in, flare out. Today I will be dyeing 3 discs like I just showed you. Will they turn out exactly like that? No. I'm not sure what pattern I'm going to choose today yet, but I will come up with them on the spot. My first disc I will be doing today is a Wraith. This is a bottom stamped Wraith. This is a disc I am doing for Grayson Latta. Grayson Latta, you've been watching some of my videos. Thanks, man. He asked me to do this bottom stamped Wraith for him. That's what I've been doing lately. If you guys want one, let me know. I'm doing them and I'm getting them out. What I really like about the bottom stamp is it gives me a clean top to work with. So you can really see the tie-dye on it and you don't mess up the stamp. The best plastics to do tie-dye with, or the marble dyeing that I will be showing you, are Star Plastic. Star Plastic's the best. You can do it with Pro Plastic, you can do it with Gold Line Plastic, you can do it with Pro Line Plastic from DGA, Pro Plastic with Innova. Champion does not work, DX doesn't work, R Pro doesn't work. Why, I don't know. But Pro and Star seem to really do it. Echo Star, I guess. I don't know how Gold Line works. I don't think I'm going to try it on my Gold Line because I favor those discs because they're nice. But yeah, Star Plastic, Pro Line by Gateway Works. I would stick away from soft plastics because I don't think those would work. And if they did, it'd get beat up pretty quick, so I wouldn't recommend. But Star Plastic's the way to go. You're going to want it for a while, and Star Plastics are very durable. They're the most durable by Innova. Not on the market, but by Innova. Oh, also, Discraft. ESP and Flex. Those are the 2 that work. You can do X, but X, yeah, I would stick away. So, yeah, today I will be doing this bottom stamped Wraith for Grayson Latta. I will be doing a Star Beast. And, like I said, Discraft Buzz ESP. Alright, well let's start with everything you need. Of course, the first thing you need is a disc. Get yourself a pretty new disc. You don't want a beat-in disc because they don't take the color well, or sometimes if you get it in a cut, it'll seep in and it'll get color where you don't want it. You need a big mixing bowl. You need a cup of water. I like a little dish of water, like you can see right here. This is for the eyedroppers to clean them out. Eyedroppers are preferable. You can buy them at Walmart for like $1.50 for 2 of them. Barbasol. Get Barbasol, guys. Gillette works, but Barbasol's cheaper. Barbasol is really nice. It's foamy right away. It's really easy to work with, and it's $1.28 for 1 can. So grab a whole bunch of them. Barbasol, and you need dye. Dye is the big kicker here. You need a certain kind of dye, and this is it. Tye-dye poly with color intensifier. I don't know. The light's pretty weird here, but this is by Jacquard. It's good stuff. It works really well. I just got a bunch of it new. It's like $4 a container. Yeah, it's expensive, but you make a whole jar of it, and they last for a long time. So Jacquard Tye-dye poly is the only dye that will work. The only dye, guys, only dye that will work. So make sure you get this. Dylon doesn't work. RIT doesn't work. They don't have the same intensified color, and they just don't work. Let's get on to other things. Scissors are helpful. I use a pen, but you can use toothpicks, and then a metal ruler. I like metal, but you can use wood, but it'll stain easily. Plastic works also. Use bowls or mini bowls. Either one will work depending on how much color you want. You got these. I got newspaper set out, as you can see, because I don't want to get dye on my table. This dye will go anywhere and it'll stick anywhere. Just ask my mom. It's on the carpet. And I got busted for it. Carry a few towels. It's always good. You're going to need like a stack of paper, plastic baggies. Yeah, that's right. I have a chopstick somewhere. Right here. A plastic chopstick. No wooden chopsticks. They just don't work. Then I've got plate. You need a plate that your disc will sit on, like this. You want your disc to sit in there firmly. You don't want it able to, like, you don't want the edges touching. Like, when it sits in there, it should be about the same dome. The problem with the disc is mid-ranges are a lot bigger. The buzz. I have to use the same plate because I don't have other plates, which could be a problem. I don't think it will be, but it could be. Also, if you get a disc that is domed, but then like flat in the middle, and it kind of goes inward, be very careful when dyeing. Sometimes you have to leave a little dome for color. So, like when you put this down, the middle will take last. So sometimes you might have to put a little golf ball. No, I wouldn't say golf ball. Something, a little weight in the middle, so it kind of brings the dome up. Not too much though, because you don't want this to go down really quick. So yeah, let's pretty much get into it. I've got my little apron here, so I can wipe my hands off. Yes, wear appropriate clothing. These are my pajamas. I don't care if they get dirty. That's why I'm wearing them. Other than that, make sure you're not in an area that can get Make sure you're in an area where it's okay if you mess up. If you get some dye on the floor, it's not going to be a big deal. I'm working on a hardwood floor, or no, not hardwood, a cement floor. I'm probably boring you, so let's get into it. Okay. Always put your white discs somewhere where they will not get dirty. So we're just going to pop open the Barbasol, give it a good shake, and we're going to start filling our bowl. I'm only doing 3 discs today, so I will not fill this thing max, but I will put a good amount in here. Not a full can, but a good amount of the can. As you can see, I got 5 cans up there, plus the one in my hand, so I got 6 cans. I'm doing a bunch of discs lately, so that's why I have so many. Don't feel like you need this many for 1 disc. I'll be honest, you only need 1 can for 1 disc, if that's what you're looking for. So that's what I got. Not quite full, but about halfway, I'd say, if you were to kind of smooth it out. That's about all I need for 3 discs. Actually, I probably have a little too much, but that's okay. It's always better to have more now than less later, because then you can't finish the job. Why a cup of water? Because you need to mat this down a little bit. Why would you put water in shaving cream? Well, water would definitely deflate it. You only put a little bit in, because if you were to put this on the plate and then you were to put the dyed shaving cream on, the dyed shaving cream would be more dense than this regular shaving cream. So when they're the same consistency and the same denseness, or density, or whatever, they'll sit right on top of each other. So that's why I got to put a little water in here. So I'll put a little water on the side, not too much water, just a good amount and then just get your hand right in there and start mixing it up. Yes, it does deflate a little bit when you mix it up, but that's alright. That's why we get more than less. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get my hand out of here, wipe all the excess or as much as you can off so you don't waste anything. And yes, I will recommend do this somewhere near a sink so you can wipe your hand off. So I'm going to do that quick. Alright, clean hand is a good hand. Now, like I said, make sure you have your towels handy because you will need to use them often. Whether it is to clean dye off the table, dye off your hands, dye off the disc, which sucks when you do that. But yeah, make sure you have towels handy. Make sure they're towels that can get stained because this is a normal towel and it is stained. So I went to AutoZone. They've got those microfiber towels, which are only like 3 for $2. Good deal. They work really well with this stuff. So I went and grabbed some, so my mom's not pissed when I use the hand towels. So first things first, get your plate. The plate you have chosen that fits your disc. And we are going to basically make a surface for us to work on. So I just take my ruler, kind of, yeah, I could use my hand to be quicker, but I don't want to get my hand dirty again because it's already been dirty and I just cleaned it. Basically, so just get a big clump of the shaving cream on there, enough so it'll fill the whole plate. Yeah, there we go, right there. So then just kind of start pasting it down, make it nice and flat. Why we use a ruler, I'll show you in a minute. You can get a nice flat top on here. Kind of smear it on like peanut butter on toast. You never want to miss a spot on the toast, or at least I don't, because I'm OCD about that shit. Oh, my bad, sorry guys. Okay, so I got enough on there the first time. Usually doesn't happen that way, but awesome. Then basically you just take your ruler and you drag it across the top in like a back and forth motion. Why the back and forth motion? To make sure that it doesn't start dragging and start creating cracks. The zigzag motion evenly spreads it and lets just enough come off. Then you go back to where you were, and then just finish this row. Perfect. So then I'm just going to go rinse the ruler off because we will possibly need it later. Okay. Dry it off. The microfiber towels, yeah, they're more for dust, but they work really well drying stuff too. That's kind of the purpose, they're towels. Alright, so you got your base down. I'm just going to move it over so we don't get any color on it where we don't want. We're going to go back up and pick out your colors. Right here I've got 6 different colors. I've got a nice deep red. Well, it doesn't turn out deep red, but I got red, purple, green, blue, yellow, and orange. They look a little darker in here, but if you mix them up, they'll become brighter. As you can see, that just went from being like a dark brown to an orange. Same with the yellow. If you kind of look at the bottom, you see the actual color of the dye. Because the color intensifier likes to go to the bottom when it's just sitting there. When you buy jars for this stuff, or you get jars, I recommend something that is solid and it's like a seal. Because you go to shake these things and you don't want color flying all over. Like on my hands, which is happening right now. I shake all my dyes before I use them just to make sure they're all mixed up. So today I'm going to go with orange, yellow, blue, and green. These 4 colors will be my 4 colors today. Trying to think. I don't know. I'll just use 3 big bowls just to show you guys what's going on, and then I use 1 small bowl. So then how you do your colors, basically the same way you just did your white, is you put some of this in a bowl. Not too much because you're not going to use a whole bunch of it, but enough so you don't run out. I have a tendency to make too much, which is okay. Like I said, too much is alright, too little is a problem. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the mini. kind of filled to the top, and this is in the big bowl, just kind of about a quarter of the way up. So I got my 4 colors. If you need to, open it over a sink because it might splatter or something. But I trust myself. Holy balls. Oh, no, I'm sorry, guys. Again. Go to the Dollar Tree. Get their sealing jars. They're only $1, and they seal it really well, so no dye leaks out. I'm going to put the bowls with the shaving cream already up here, just so I don't mix the colors. This is going to be green. This is where you need the eyedropper. The eyedropper works really well. Make sure it's clean. And you just go ahead and get a bunch of color in your eyedropper. And then just basically put it right on top of the shaving cream. Now that's not going to be enough, so I'd probably do about maybe 3, maybe 4 eyedroppers full. Maybe even 5, I don't know. The eyedroppers make it really easily, really help you out here, because if you don't have eyedroppers, you just kind of have to eyeball it and kind of just pour it in, and that doesn't really work well. This is where you use that cup of water I talked to you guys about earlier. No, not the cup of water, the little jar of water. It helps you clean out your eyedropper, which is nice. And then basically what I do is I just wipe off the outside. Sweet. One good eyedropper. Then you mix up the color quick. So I just take my finger. You can take chopstick like I said earlier. But, you know, I'm a real man, so I'm just going to take my finger and mix it up. This green, it looks very light. And the shaving cream, it looks really dark in the jar. And when it comes out, it's about medium. I'll show you. Like I said, it looks really light when the shaving cream is, and it looks really dark in the jar. But when it comes out, it's pretty medium. How light do I mean? Like, it almost looks white. Yeah, it's green though. So I will put that next to those 2 balls, and I will reseal this jar. Like I said, you only need that little bit to dye a disc. That'll dye me 2 discs, and 3 discs actually. And I only used 1/100th of that jar, the whole jar. Then I'm gonna take the big bowl. I'll just take 1 to start. And yes, I'm gonna bore you. Hopefully you're doing this along with me, so you can watch me how I do this. I have to do this for everyone, because I really don't want to edit a video right now. The orange looks really fantastic. I think it's going to turn out really good. Tye-dye Poly's got some real nice colors. Gotta love their colors. They have about 6, well they have 10 colors. Or no, they have 8 colors. But 6 of them are really the only ones we'll use. Those 6 colors are the ones I mentioned earlier. They also have black and brown, but nobody likes black and brown when it comes to tie-dyeing. And then this is where you just clean out the eyedropper quick, just so it's not dirty for the next color. Because we don't want to be mixing colors here, do we? Hold on. That's what the whole point of this is. I'm going to reseal that first, just because, yeah. And then... yeah, this looks pink, but it'll turn out really orange. Now, there is a point where this stuff will not get any darker, and I feel like I'm not there yet, so I'm going to reopen that jar, which is kind of stupid to close it first because I forgot about this. Reopen the jar. Get some more color in there because I feel like this could get darker. There will be a point where it can't, like I said, but gonna clean that out quick, and then continue to mix. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit darker, which is good, but I don't think it's gonna get too much darker. You guys probably will only see it as white still, maybe not. Maybe we'll see a little bit of color. It looks a little pink, but it'll come out orange on the disc for sure, whether you think so or not. So you can see it's a little orange. It'll turn out really orange, but it kind of tricks you when it's in the shaving cream. So now we're going to reclose that dye. I probably had enough the first time, but it's always good to make sure you have enough. Continue with the next bowl. Sorry, I'm not going to fast forward through this just because I really don't feel like editing videos. I'm sorry if you guys are just like shunning me for that, but that's kind of my style. I'm more or less just go as it is. Feel free to skip a few minutes on the video if you're really that anxious. I know when I'm looking at disc golf videos, I usually take a while to watch the full thing, even though I'm doing the same thing for each color. This looks like a real nice blue. Looks good even when the shaving cream hits it and it sets in the shaving cream. I'm going to go ahead and just do like 6 or 7 now, just because I don't remember what we did last time, and I don't want it to be any darker. You can mix colors if you really feel like you're one of those guys where you're a good color mixer and you feel like you can make cool combinations. Go ahead, but do it in a separate bowl. Don't do it in the jars, because you don't want to waste perfectly good dye if you don't like the color that it turns out to be. So this is the blue. As you can see, it's nice and dark. Just take your finger, and it's going to look a little lighter, as I thought. That's what all the colors eventually start to do when you start mixing them up. Looks pretty light blue, but I have a feeling it'll turn out pretty dark when you go to do it. Let's see, blue. There we go. And then our final color, which is yellow. Yeller. Yellow, this looks like a mustard yellow, which kind of sucks, but I know it won't turn out like it, so don't worry. This does look kind of goldish colored, mustard, whatever yellow you want to call it. But it should turn out bright yellow, which kind of excites me because bright yellow is pretty cool on a disc. Usually makes the disc look pretty alive and kind of brings the colors together. Kind of like the sun in the sky. Getting all poetic here. And such or whatever. I don't know. And that's the last one. Clean the eyedropper quick. Keep all the color out of there, and then just wipe it off on the outside. And that's a clean eyedropper. Oh yeah, that turned up real bright, real quick, which is good. I like the bright colors, especially when you're dyeing discs. So that's the yellow, guys. Looks pretty good. I don't know. Yeah. There you go. So we got the colors. I don't label them. You can label them if you really need to, but they're right there. You'll get to them in a minute. They'll all do the same next step, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go ahead and clean off the top of this jar because it got some orange on it. Clean off or dry up a little bit of the newspaper so my mom's plates don't get dirty. Alright, so now basically I feel like a cake baker, cake decorator when I do this. This first disc I'm doing is only 3 colors, which are the big colors. That's why I did them. But I did all of them together because I don't want to go back later and do one. I'm only going to do one disc for you guys. I'll show you how we do this next step though. You take a baggie. This is where a lot of guys differ. A lot of guys use just the straight eyedropper. This is where I find it's so much easier for you to do this. Take the point of the baggie up. The smaller, the more precise you'll get, but the bigger and the fatter the lines will be if you want to make long lines, which doesn't really make sense, but if you want like bigger lines, they'll be fatter if you continue to squeeze. So I just cut the corner off there. Make sure it is fully off, and then make sure you can do the blow test. That kind of sounds funny, but basically just blow in it and make sure air comes out of it. Then what you do is you take your color, and then I take the ruler because I don't want to get my hands dirty again. You know, I'm a little girl. And then just put it as far down in the bag as you can each time you do it, because then you get a bunch of it in there and you don't have to go back and do it. Try to get all of it if you can. You don't need to fill the baggie, but just get a good amount in there that you think will work for all the discs that you're dyeing at once. I know a bunch of you guys are probably only going to be doing one disc at a time, but I don't know. Yeah, you definitely don't need all of this if you're doing one disc. I usually do like 5 discs at a time, so that's why I do so much. Those mini bowls are perfect for one discs because yeah, you don't have to make as much. So I put that back. Go wash this off quick again. Yep, wash that off. Kind of wipe it off with my apron or whatever you want to call it. What I do is I zip the bag almost all the way until you got like one little spout left. Wipe off all the extras that you got on the zipper. It's okay if you got some on there. And then basically what I do is I push all the color down to that tip that I was using, and then I close off so that all the air is out of there. Then what I do is find a safe place to keep this stuff, and my Barbasol is taking my usual spot, so I'll just lay them on the side here, which is alright. Clean off the extra shaving cream from the side. Next color, we are going to do blue. Sweet. Grab another baggie. Grab your scissors again. If you missed it the first time, I'll show it over. Basically, you just need to... what? Huh. Doesn't want to cut for me. Oh, there we go. So, we got that. Open the baggie up. Again, do the blow test. Yep. Works. Good. We're all good. Then you just take your color again. You want to make sure you really mix your color in so there's no like white blotches in there, because then you'll have like a white spot when you go to actually put the design on your plate. So then I just scrape the sides of the bowls to get all of the colored shaving cream out of here, or dyed colored shaving cream, whatever you want to call it. Try to get all of it in there. Be nice, less of a mess. Rinse my ruler off quick. I knew we needed it later for something. Then put the bowl up, and then again close the baggie. I'd say about 7/8 or so. Get all that extra colored shaving cream off there. Get a little on your pajamas while you're doing it. And then remember, leave that little opening so you can squeeze all the air out of there. Oh, and make sure it squeezes fine out. And then fully close that gap. So now we got yellow and blue. They look pretty girly, but that's okay. That's just how the colors are turning out right now. And then we need our third baggie. Do this pretty quick because not like the shaving cream will deflate that quickly, but it starts to go down a little bit. So you'll just clip the end off, but these just really don't want to come off today. Jeez. There we go. Just kind of pull it off. Again, blow air into it. And then fill the bag with your color. This is orange. It looks pink. It's orange. And that'll be easily enough for all my discs. So I really don't need my ruler again, so I'm not going to clean it right away, but if you guys feel like you want to, if you're using a ruler, then go ahead. Again, close it up as much as you can. Wipe off the excess that you have around the rim. Get all the air out of there again. And it might string out on you right away, so just clean that up. And close her up for good. Now we got our 3 colors here. We got orange, blue, and yellow. I got another color up there, but that'll be after this video. I will not be able to show you the final product on the disc until next video. So sorry guys. I'm going to set the white aside. I'm going to grab the plate that I already made and grab the colors. Now, you can do whatever design you want. I've got my original design that I do for most of my first-time customers, if that's what they want, unless they want something custom. So for Grayson, I am making you an original. We're going to start off with blue, work our way from dark to light. Okay, start with a little dot, grab the orange, and just circle the blue. Try not to get your tip in the color, because then it kind of drags the color over. And then, of course, lightest last, which of course is yellow. And it's okay to pick up the tip because you can just squeeze it all back together later. Now this doesn't have to be perfect because it is being flared. If you're looking for good lines, then make sure it's as good as you can get it. But because I'm flaring them, it really doesn't need to be perfect. So right now that looks pretty cruddy, but it'll look better later. And the colors, they're starting to look okay. Yeah, but they're not fantastic. Now what you do is you line up your disc in the center and you look about where the edge is, so you can get an estimate to where you make your outer lines. I'm just going to do the same thing I did last time. Just start with blue, and you want to make it evenly spaced around the whole thing. You don't want one edge to be further out than the other, and yeah, or too close, you know. It's okay to move the plate if you need to. Sometimes I like to do it if I'm not good, like on the left side. I'll do the right side, and then I'll turn it around and I'll do the other side. So yeah, it's okay if it breaks off a little bit. You can just go back and reattach it later. If you need to make your line thicker, just drag the nose of the pipe through the already laid stuff, and it should widen your lines. So then, of course, I take the orange and I do another outer line. It's a lot easier when you do your second and third color because you already have something to go off of. But, Grayson, you're in for a good one. This one's starting to look really nice. I think the colors are going to work out great. Not as vibrant as I thought, but I think it's going to be good still. Okay, starting to look a little like an oval, but that's alright. It's not going to make much of a difference. I can tell that this shaving cream's starting to deflate, so I got to get going on this to make sure we can finish it and make it look good for Grace. Okay, so this is what we have. We've got two rings, an inner ring and an outer ring. Now comes the fun part. This is where you get creative with it. It doesn't matter how many flares you do or spikes you do, but I take a tip of something and you flick it in. The trick is you go from lower to higher so you can carry the color further. So I'll start in the center. Clean the tip off every time so you don't get white in the center. So now I'm just going to add another dot of blue in the middle because I kind of deflated it right in the middle just to fill it the color again. Then take the same pen, and this time I don't wipe the tip, and I take the outer sides and I start to flick. I usually do 3 inside every inner flare. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That one's really skinny, so 1. That one's skinny, so I'm going to do 2. Skinny, so I'm going to do 2. And then 2 more. And that's how the bed turned out. That's looks like a pretty good bed. And it's going to turn out pretty good when it's done. So this is probably the most important part of the whole dyeing process. Placing the disc. You want to grab the disc with your thumbs on the inside rim like this. Hold it so it's steady. Don't stretch the disc out too much because you don't want it to fluctuate when you put it down. It's okay if the dye isn't all the way out to the rim because as it depresses, it will start to smear out and it'll become more color. Now, you can sometimes see with the star plastic when you put it down if you got it right center, but you got to be very good. What I like to do is I look at the spot where I'm going to drop the center of the plate, I put the disc over it, pull it back, look over again until I get to know exactly where it is, and then I spot it. Now what you want to do, the key is you don't want to push down on it. After you put it down, pick it up very lightly so you don't move the disc or the shaving cream around, and you place it on a flat area where it can sit for 8 hours, and you are done. Just kidding. So after 8 hours, yes, this is 11 o'clock at night. I'll be up at 7 in the morning to get these. You wake up 8 hours or 6 hours. 6 hours if you really want to get it done. 8 hours if you want to get a good job done. If you wouldn't really want it to take the color, you get up or you come back. You grab the disc. You just pull it right out of the shaving cream, and you go to the sink and you just get the whole thing wiped off, and you're good to go to play with it. It's not like you have to let it sit for another day or so. If you really want to, you can to let it fully sit, solidify. But after you run over warm water with it, you're good to go play. So that's how you dye a disc, marble dye disc. If you guys want one that is made by me, custom made by Timothy Boston, let me know. Comment or send me a message. I love to do these for people. I love to have fun with the colors, and I love to bring my art to the disc golf course. So yeah, guys, check out my other videos. Tell me what you guys like. Let me know if there's a certain disc you want me to do. I have an inventory of 12 discs right now that I have. It goes from a Rancho Rock, I have a Gator, I have a Rhino, I have a Turn, an Excalibur, I have the Buzz, I have the Beast, I have my Destroyer, my Boss, and a Ontario Rock. If you guys want any discs done, if there's a disc that you want that I haven't said, let me know. I will custom order that disc, I will do it for you, and I will ship it to you for a good price. Let me know if you guys want that. Thanks for watching, guys. This is just another episode of All About Disc Golf. Thanks for watching. Check out some of my other videos. I will see you guys next time.